There are a lot of times when the business owner or the top management want to give a lot of tasks to their team members, and these tasks are usually important for the company and need to be done in a speedy manner. Thus, it is the responsibility of their junior or their assistant or their executive assistant or their secretary to, number one, give the tasks, to give the delegations, and also to follow up for them or follow up for the delegations. Let us understand in details how to handle delegations. So, what are delegation tasks? In every growing company, a business owner is constantly flooded with one-time high important tasks that need to be executed swiftly. These are called delegation tasks. These are not optional. So usually delegation tasks are urgent in nature. These are one-time tasks which are not repeatable, and they usually come from the top management. Now there are three main elements to every delegation. Without these three elements, a delegation is not complete. One is what. What means that what is the exact task that needs to be done. Who. Second is who. Who is the person who is responsible for completing the delegation task. Third is when. When describes the exact timeline within which the task needs to be done. So if three elements are available, then yes, the delegation is complete. There are situations where only two elements will be able to help us give the delegations, but let's understand that a little later. So first we'll understand how, from the EA's point of view, how will she or how will he take the delegations from the business owner. Now there should be a fixed pattern through which the executive assistant takes the delegations from the business owner. The business owner should have the freedom to share all the delegations with the EA in multiple formats. They can do it verbally, in the sense that while they are in office, then they can tell their EA that give this specific delegation to this person by this date. They can use emails. They can put the executive assistant in email in CC, so that the EA is aware of what are the different tasks that are being given to different employees. Third is text. So text messages or WhatsApp messages, the business owner can send a text message to the EA saying that this needs to be done by this person by this date. Fourth is voice notes. Voice notes are very convenient these days, where either on WhatsApp or on other platforms, we can send a voice message to the executive assistant. What are the three elements of a delegation? And fourth is also group chats. So a lot of times, in a lot of situations, a number of business owners are today using WhatsApp groups for their official office work. In these WhatsApp groups, there is a system that when we put an line and then we mention the name, then there is a hyperlink that is created. So we can set a pattern with the EA that if the business owner is saying something to a specific team member and they're then putting it in the form of that hyperlink, then that specific task needs to be delegated into the system. So here ideally we should pause the video. We should take a moment and decide what exact pattern will the business owner use to hand over all the delegations to the executive assistant. Next, come to how to delegate with an example. So while giving a delegation task to a team member, this is the pitch that you should ideally use. This will be, there will be times when the business owner will only convey two elements, that is what and who, when the task is not urgent. But there will be situations where the business owner will convey all the three elements of the delegation. So let us understand in different situations how will the EA give the delegation tasks to the different team members. For example, let's say the business owner's name is Mr. Pawan Kejriwal. So situation 1 is where we only have two elements of the delegation, that is what and who. So here the executive assistant or EA will say to the team member, Pawan sir is saying that this quotation needs to be made, the task. By when should I say to Pawan sir that this quotation will be ready? So This is the exact pitch that one needs to use when we have two elements. Here we are asking the team member to give us a tentative date so that we can put it into the system so that the person does not forget. Situation number 2, where all the elements are available: who, what, and when. This is the exact pitch that the EA should use with the team member. Pawan sir is saying that you need to make the quotation and submit it by 6 p.m. tomorrow. I am confirming this to Pawan sir. This is very important. Now, if you notice, in both the situations, the EA is saying the name of the business owner twice. This really puts an emphasis on the team member that this delegation, this task is coming directly from the business owner. This uh, helps the team member to understand the intensity of the situation and the importance of the task. This pitch is respectful, it is firm, and it subtly conveys the fact that a task is coming directly from the business owner and not from the executive assistant. This is important because the EA could be new to the company. The team members might not respond to the EA as much or as well as they would to the business owner. That's why this needs to be conveyed in the right manner. Now let's understand how do we follow up the delegation tasks. Okay. So delegation tasks need to be followed up on a daily basis. This is the daily responsibility of the EA. Only follow up when the system shows that the task is overdue. Like if the delegations are, so considering today's date, if it is 25th of September 2025 and it is showing in the system that the delegation is due for the 26th of September, then ideally we should not follow up on that day. We should do it on the same day, at the end of the day, or the next day. So while following up, what is the pitch that we should use? Pawan sir is asking me, is the quotation ready? What should I say to Pawan sir? What should I say to Pawan sir that this will be done by when? So if done, EA must do the following: ask for a proof of completion if it is required and update it into the system that the task is complete. If the task is not done, you will notice that the employee will want to give you a long story behind why this work was not done on time. And here you can be kind enough to listen to the story, but never pay attention to the reasons behind it. The science of too bad is very, very important. Let's understand what is the science of too bad. The science of too bad states that whether the reason for not completing the task was an internal reason, like within the organization, or an external reason, like the forces were outside the organization, it does not matter. The task was not done. So if the task was not done, EA must not ask why the task was not completed. They should only ask the next completion date, the new date for the delegation, and then update it into the system. Delegation tasks need 100% daily attention, no matter what. Even if the EA is on leave, then she or he should assign somebody else to follow up on their behalf. So important notes. So now that what are the different elements of a delegation, how to delegate and give tasks to the different team members, how to follow up for delegation, there are few important notes that business owners and the EA should remember. A delegation only counts when it is updated into the system. Unless a task is entered into the system, it is not considered to be officially delegated. This is very important. Sometimes EAs forget this. This needs to be taken care of. The task completion rate shoots up when the employees know that the task is coming from the top management. So the pitch needs to be rehearsed, the pitch needs to be followed to the T, exact pitch. This pitch will help you get the right results, and with our experience we've noticed that the actual delegations done genuinely improves if they understand the task is coming from the top management. EA must EA should never miss a follow-up for delegation, because if delegation follow-ups break down, then execution really hampers. So it is very important to never miss a follow-up. Every day this needs to be done, ideally at the end of the day. EA should be professional yet approachable. They should not be too casual and also don't be too commanding. So EA needs to maintain a balance between how they treat the team members and how do they follow up for tasks. This is something that EAs learn over time. In an ideal world, the EA should ask for proof of completion for all the delegation tasks, but one should also keep in mind that it is not 100% practical to take completion proofs of all the tasks. So this is based on your judgment. We are keeping this available to you based on your judgment. If you feel that the specific team member, is not very dependable or not very true to their words, then yes, you should ideally ask for the proof. And situations where it is extremely important for the business owner, then yes, you should ideally ask for proofs. Otherwise, it's okay. Now that you have understood what are delegations, how to take delegations from the business owner, how to give the delegations to the team members, and how to follow up for delegations, you have understood how to handle delegation. If you still need any more clarity about delegations, then you should ask the business owner. They will help you out. And now, if you're an executive assistant who's watching this video, you should now go to the business owner, sit with them, write the full list of all the tasks that they want to give their team members. Take these tasks and go and give the delegations. All the best. KD. Hi, if you like our content, then do hit the like button. Do share it with somebody who would benefit from watching this video. Do let us know what you think about our content. It will give us an opportunity to improve. If you're a business owner and you would like to have a one-to-one with me, then there is a link in the description. Go for it. Thank you for watching.